I don't want to be alone right now. I mean, I do, because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be alone, though. You know, man, I've had that little critter in the same spot for almost 20 years. He was only 18 years, and I don't think I can get used to him not being there. You know, I don't know how much processing I can do to be okay with that. There's this one time I was living in South Tucson, and I don't know, I guess he wasn't there when I was down there. We used to call him the ghetto gecko because we were kind of in a slummy part of South Tucson, over by the Borden's Court, you know. And he was our ghetto gecko. Me and this broad I was dating or whatever. Yeah, ancient history, but shit, man, that was like fucking 9 years ago. Me and that gecko have been through some shit. It never will, ever again. And it's fine, but it's not. It's not fun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty twisted up. It's all right. It's not my first rodeo, man, or whatever. Shit. I know all about like resentment and like fucking vulnerability and sorrow and regret and all that shit. I know a lot about those particular feelings. To name a few, I don't know. I think that the resentment comes from feeling like a victim, like especially with regards to being victimized by your guardians, if that makes any sense. That's where the resentment comes from. It's like if you're not careful, you'll start to blame the world for your helplessness as well. That's not really fair to the world. It's not really fair to resent them for your helplessness. Maybe you can resent them for your hopelessness, but not your helplessness. That's not fair. Because, you know, Everybody's busy, and they're only capable of so much. So, it's really understandable. Can't resent the world because they didn't help you because you're so helpless. Granted, you can resent them for creating a world where you are helpless, even though you're, like, not helpless. If that makes sense. I think that's a perfectly legitimate reason to resent the world and everybody in it. Is if you've been painted into a corner by society. Or hell, man, maybe you got put there by your own family. Maybe you got a really big family. I can't relate. I have a small one. That's why everybody means so much to me. All good. Nobody wants to see that. You can keep that to yourself, JJ. Not gonna impress anybody with that. Oh, man. I got this pant leg that I use as a fucking tissue because I generate so much fucking snot because cause when I start crying, I don't stop. So, that pant leg weighs about a pound right now. I think I'm gonna have to find a new pant leg. I would use it like a Kleenex, but I probably would have gone through boxes by now. You know, it's kind of illogical. It's like if you father a baby that shits itself every 5 minutes, you might not want to use the Pampers. You know, it might make more sense to just have a cloth one if it's shitting itself every 5 minutes, like literally every 5 minutes. Otherwise, yeah, if it's only 3 times or 5 times a day, that's perfectly good. The disposable. But it gets to be pretty ridiculous when your trash can is full of one particular product. That's like, you might want to just find, like, the non-renewable version of it, because it sounds like you've got a problem that isn't going away if you have a trash can that's filled with one product only. I got some pretty good pictures that I've taken of my good friend. Maybe I can make a nice video or something. I don't know. Like, I remember I had some pets. Maybe you saw my iguanas. I didn't have too many pictures of them. I think that video might be the only one that even exists, you know? And then when we had complications with the Palo Verde wood, I didn't want to put it in the tank, but they needed some, and the grapevine was really expensive at the time. Just I learned that, oh, I should take more pictures or I'll have some regrets. I just know I will. Learned that lesson a long time ago. This is ridiculous. I think there's dust on this rag. Not much, just on the edges. It's all right though. At least, at least, at least something. I don't know. Dignity, dignity, something, something. I don't know. At least I have antihistamines. Hydroxyzine's pretty good for a stuffy nose. I'm supposed to be taking it for anxiety, the hydroxyzine. I don't think it really helps with the anxiety much anymore. I don't think anything does. Aside from, like, being distracted. It's about the only thing that will help with the depression or the anxiety. Just stay distracted. Don't think about your problems, because that'll kill you. If you know what I mean. Just stay distracted, kids. If you want to survive this world, if you're like super privileged or whatever, then like fine. But a day may come, who knows, man, where you lose your privilege and then you have to survive on nothing but your own survival skills. And a lot of people like that wind up dead real quick because they can't handle the anxiety and the depression. You know? Then again, maybe they just wind up croaking because they can't breathe because they got stuffy noses, right? From all the crying and the depression. That'd be a hell of a way to go. Suffocate? Fuck that. No, thank you. I told you guys about the time I, like, almost suffocated. Granted, it wasn't very close at all. Not really. Well, the time I'm thinking of. Anyways, I was at the ocean and like the waves were coming in, like and a particularly big one washed in and knocked me off my feet and submerged me in the Pacific Ocean. And so, as I'm lying like belly down, face down, looking at my own shadow on the sand, yeah, my silhouette, my shadow, and seeing the sparkling sunlight in the water and its ripples and stuff, because I was still pretty close to the surface where there's a lot of motion in the water and things like that for the refraction of the light and whatnot, right? And as I'm floating there with my belly down, looking at my shadow, completely unable to get up for air, I just kind of felt like a peaceful thing wash over me, you know? Because at a time like that, freaking out is not the right thing to do. If you can believe that, when you're laying there face down for like a minute underwater in the Pacific Ocean, unable to come up for air, if you freak out, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start gasping for air. You have to be calm. You have to mind control yourself. Thing is, I didn't know any of that. I was just like, I just kind of let this peaceful feeling wash over me. I had no reason to be peaceful. I was stuck underwater. I didn't like that. I had asthma. This had already been established. I did not like the idea of the thing at all. Oh, great, I'm trapped underwater. That sure was a big wave. But somehow the peaceful feeling took over. Whatever, man. Must be my subconscious, right? Must be. My subconscious must be a pretty good dude. Maybe. Sorry I keep getting up. I got a lot of fucking problems to deal with. This current problem is I'm looking for a toothpick. That's all. I just gotta find a toothpick. I think I have a bag of them right here. Oh, that's right. I think I knocked it over. That bag is right here. That's right. Oh, shit. Oh, my aching back. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I had some clam chowder. You want some? Uh-huh. It's pretty good. It's like fresh, not from the can, from a little bucket where you know it couldn't last very long if it wasn't fresh. Right? Yeah, it's all right. If you're not a fan of the flavor or the scent of the ocean, then you might prefer the canned stuff. That's what I've noticed, is that whatever that flavor is, the ocean, that's what people mean when they say, "Oh, that smells fishy" or whatever. I mean, unless they're talking about something suspicious or something funny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if they're just talking about the flavor of the ocean, that's what they mean when they say something fishy. Because it's like what the ocean smells like is like what fish tastes like, you know? It's just like, go figure. The creature tastes like its environment smells. Nope, not surprising to me. But yeah, I guess if you're not into that flavor or scent, I guess the canned variety loses a lot of that in translation. Yeah, that's a funny term. Lost in translation. At least you're not lost in space. No, not that kind of lost. No, I think it's a funny turn of phrase, lost in translation, because like it makes me want to say, "Oh, really? Something was lost in translation?" So wait, what you're telling me is that not everything translates to anything other in particular necessarily perfectly every time? Is that what you're telling me? And then, of course, they'd have to say, well, yeah, of course. And that's when I just have to snicker a little bit and go, oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm the original streamer, and I've transferred a lot of videotapes. I've made duplicates. I've made a lot of duplicate audio cassette tapes. I've also done, like, the binary data duplication, the digital, you know, and, that's basically what translation is. Like if you translate a videotape from VHS to SVHS, or translate it to a DivX video file. How about an MPEG? Well, that's exactly what a translation is. So it's a beautiful thing when you can translate things and get a perfect, practically a verbatim copy in a completely different format, right? It's kind of a beautiful thing, I suppose, from the perspective of a content appreciator, at any rate, right? But of course, if you make a translation and the outcome is somewhat less than verbatim, perhaps some things got lost in the translation. Oh, it's so tragic, I might have to laugh about it. Oh, to myself, because that wasn't my copy. That was somebody else's copy that they were translating. And it looks like it didn't. Something got lost in translation. The poor sucker. The poor sorry son of a bitch. Oh, I've never been in their shoes. Well, I've never been there a million times, have I? Yeah, right. I was saying, it's funny. I guess my subconscious really is in control because so many times I don't intentionally do things, but they seem to work out. It's like here I am talking about translation and whatever, and I'm thinking about video games. I was saying I might play some Apple II video games for you. Of course, in order to do that, because I don't have an Apple II right here right now, I would have to take the 6502 processor code and run it on a different kind of processor because I don't even know where you'd find a 6502. Like, I guess maybe under my roof there might be one in here somewhere, but I'm not sure. I'm not certain about that. I might have to Google a couple things to see what all has of 6502 in it. Yeah, but um, I think I could do that. I think I should do that. I got a list of games like a mile long I should check out. I got the ROMs right there on the iMac. It's trivial to copy them. But let me just see if I can run Apple II stuff in the RetroArch. All right. Don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think. Yeah, man. When you're feeling down in the dumps, just stay distracted. The worst thing you can do is be idle. It's true. Why, you could even survive it without drugs. Antidepressants, you don't need that shit if you can just stay really, really, really distracted. Okay? It's true. I've done it. I know it's true. I hope this works because I don't know if they have an Apple lib retro, you know, like all the different systems that the RetroArch does and stuff, right? They got like these little files. They're the lib retro. It's basically a library, a dynamic loadable library. It's like a reusable code kind of thing us programmers use. Yeah, and the thing is, libretro, it's like the format that the emulators and the ROMs that exist inside the original machines that they're emulating. Yeah, they like package it up into a libretro kind of thingy. And I'm not quite sure if you can get that one here on the Steam. And that then I will have to go and download the gigantic version. That's it takes more than a button click. It might take two button clicks. God damn it. That's asking a lot right now. Asking a hell of a lot. Let me see about getting those Apple II ROMs copied over here. Whoa. Okay. Boot this system, please. Can't remember. Did I put any liquor in that? I think I did. It's hard to tell. My nose is all stuffy. So I could probably drink it straight from the bottle right now. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I should take advantage, huh? Take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night. Free. Like I didn't do a thing. It's about topped off now. It's like the ripples in the ocean. It's not as citrusy now. Somehow I can still notice the citrus, like the feeling, like, you know, even though I can't taste. It's like I got COVID right now. That's how, like, unable to taste or smell I am. Right? So it's like I got the COVID or whatever, if that makes sense. I understand perspective and context. How nothing means anything if you don't understand. Yeah. Well, there's your understanding. It's like I have COVID because I'm too depressed for my own good. There, see? And I can sense the citrus. There's something that it's kind of like if I were to put enough alcohol in this, I'd feel the sting on my tongue, because it kind of has a sting to it, you know? Even if you can't taste it, you're still gonna feel the sting and the burn maybe in your throat. I try to eliminate that with the ZTA cocktail. It's like I try to make it as drinkable as possible with nothing unpleasant whatsoever. That's how I came up with that recipe. Just trying to not be, because people will put themselves through so much. So they'll put themselves through the ringer just to accomplish and achieve something. And a lot of times you don't even have to. Like to learn a lesson, or to maybe like get a job done. It's a whole lot of rigmarole and a whole lot of hoops. And a lot of times you don't even have to jump through. There's no good reason. It's frivolous. But still, people do them anyways because they think they have to. And that's kind of what it's like when you drink alcohol straight from the bottle and you get like that nasty burn, and you like, it's not anything pleasant, really. Granted, the drunker you get, the easier and less you notice those little side effects, the burning and the stinging, right? But, you know, if your goal is to get drunk, you don't even have to feel any stinging or burning. There's lots of ways to get drunk and avoid that little side effect. It's like that hoop that does not need to be jumped through. If your goal is to get drunk, it isn't like you have to feel the burning sting of doing a shot. No, there's plenty of ways around that. And it doesn't make you a shortcut taker. It doesn't make you a cheater. It just makes you a person that's not totally stupid. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, I'm gonna put myself through hell to achieve something that I totally don't have to. I'll do that for arbitrary reasons. Okay, way to go, genius. Way to go. And then they think they're tough. These people that put themselves through hell, like doing things the hard way. Yeah, they'll talk about how I learned things the hard way. Like as if that's like, what's the point? Until, you know what? Whenever I tell you about learning something the hard way, it's usually because I hope to spare you from it. I'm not trying to earn kudos telling you about the hard way to get through life, all right? I'm telling you so that way you don't do it too. Because it's most of my mistakes are pretty easy ones to make, especially when you got a small family, not a whole lot of like, support structures or whatever. When you make your own opportunities in life, it's pretty easy to make very simple mistakes. And it's even difficult for me to call them mistakes because they really weren't even mistakes. But let's face it, I guess I must have learned a few things the hard way. Kind of like to take pictures of living things before they eventually die, because everything dies, and you'll be left here with no pictures. And that sucks. That's a shitty lesson to learn the hard way. Just saying. All right. Let me see how this download's going. I need a cigarette. Anybody got a cigarette? Let's see. Let's see. Looks like this will load. But I'm gonna have to download the community content. At least one of them. At least one. Not even quite sure which one. Here, let me make sure that the Mac is sharing. Come on, Mac. We keep talking. I was just having very bad thoughts. I was about to say, boy, 2023. I can really like stand to get away from that year. Yeah, you know, I was trying to like review the year the other day, and it's no fun. I think I'd rather review the decade. I know it's a weird way to review, right? Like, but we're not even at the end of the 2020s, JJ. How can you review a decade? You know what, motherfucker? I'll review it however I have to. That's how. If you're waiting until 2029 to do a decade review, good for you, man. I can't do a 2023 review. It was not a good year at all. I don't even care about my 125 language translation thing. That's real nice. It's not worth remembering all of 2023. No, it's not. Okay, we got the file sharing. We copy them over. These are some pretty good titles. I think you'll be impressed with my good tastes. I do know how to pick them, don't I? Yeah, my gecko was the cutest one in the store when I picked him out. A real spry little guy. He's so little. He was so little. Download spread. Yeah, there they are. Oops. Here, let's do this before I lose them. A copy. Oh, I'm sure they're dangerous. They're my files. My files are the most dangerous. I am a computer hacker, you know. I expect them to be dangerous. You gotta pick your poison, don't you, in this life? That is, if they still let you pick your poison. You know, that's one of the few benefits that most of our previous generations have had the luxury of is no matter how much life beats you up, you can always pick your own poison to do what you will. These days, I don't know if it's that easy. You know what I'm talking about. I'm picking this poison right here to help me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there was something I was gonna say after that, but I don't know. I can't think. It's alright. It's good. Let's play some video games if we can, please. What's quicks? Let's do some kicks. Do you say quicks or do you say kicks? I've typically referred to it as quicks, but I know that there's no U, the letter U, and I guess kicks. I think that might actually be the more appropriate way to say this title by Taito. Can you see that? Yeah, I referred to this one. I believe kicks is the proper way to say it. Alright. Just say it, man. Just say it. It's the right way to say it, man. Just say it. This sucks. I can't expect you to watch this crap. I'm a better producer than this. This is starting to turn into crap. I better fix it. Better, right? Oh. Um, I'm looking for an audio extension cable. Uh, let's see. I got one right. You know what? I'll just use this one. The one that I already have installed. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Okay. You know, it's a really shitty lesson to learn the hard way. Here's a good lesson. Don't get injured at all. In life, like as a human, yeah, don't get injured. That's I can't emphasize how important that lesson is. It's like you think, don't get injured, but how am I going to make it through PE class? Don't go to PE. Just stay home and play your fucking video games. Because if you get injured, you'll probably wind up an opiate addict. Because it doesn't feel good to get injured. At all. If you can believe that. That's a hard one to learn the hard way. And there's no backsies. You can't exactly like go back to when you were uninjured. You're basically stuck injured, living in a world that hates junkies and doesn't know the difference between an injured victim and a you know what? Most of the dirty, filthy junkies that I've known as a musician and hanging out, you know, the dirty, filthy junkies, like you want to make a distinction between the injured, the suffering, the victims. You want to make a distinction between them and the street drug users. You're going to be hard pressed because they're mostly victims, mostly suffering, and mostly just completely fucked. They're the biggest losers of the whole. Like, you ever get ripped off by a junkie and feel like a loser? Yeah, the junkie, they feel like a loser for ripping you off. They feel like a loser for being a junkie, and ultimately, they are the biggest losers. Granted, it does suck when anybody steals from you. Like, I told you what I think of that one drummer of mine. I don't want to talk about it, but you can see I still have hard feelings about that bass drum pedal, the double bass. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. No. Not today. Fuck that. Some lessons you just I don't think anybody has to learn anything the hard way. You know that? I think that like you could actually avoid you could forego the whole process of the hard way if you just had like the right advice from the right kind of person that cared to spare you from the hard way. Good luck finding that. Shit, man. You already found it here with me. But I only know so much. That's the problem. I can't share every hard lesson life has to offer. No, no, not at all. Like, I can't tell you what it's like to be a beauty pageant contestant. That, that's for sure. I can't give you any good advice on how to how to gracefully lose in a beauty pageant, like the hard way, or I don't know, man. See what I mean? I'm probably just thinking of like Reese Witherspoon. Wasn't that like the plot line for that one movie, Miss Congeniality? What's it called? I don't know. I got no advice. Can't spare you from anything in that area of life. But fuck, man. I'll spare you from the hard way any way I can. That's kind of why I did video games and more in the first place. Was to spare you from having to do shit the hard way. Oh my god, it all makes sense. JJ's just a good guy that wants to spare us from the hard way, huh? Leaving America. Um. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 It's all under control up in here. Up in here. Shit, man. I should probably put these ones away. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I needed the headphones that I need, and it turns out the ones that I need are like they're white, just like my shirt. So like the headphones that match are the ones that I needed after all. Oh, duh! I should have realized that at first when I went headphone hunting. Oh well, it's all right. That wasn't too hard of a lesson. What's the lesson to learn there, JJ? There is none. The lesson is called you're always gonna find what you need in the last place you look. If you don't have a plan, if you don't like I knew exactly where to find my headphones, but I wasn't really thinking about what type of headphones I'd be needing, right? So naturally, the last one that I look at were the actual type of headphone that I need. You can believe that. That's weird, JJ. Aren't headphones just headphones? Well, yes and no. Alright, little Zotkatir. I mean, they look like headphones on the surface, but there are varying distinctions that you must be aware of. Otherwise, you'll be fucked. You'll be up shit creek without a motherfucking paddle and no headphones to boot. Insult to injury, I'm telling you. For example, these are your standard. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to blow you out of the water or anything. If you're up shit creek with no paddle, me turning up the volume and blowing you out of the water isn't gonna help either. So, okay. Like, this is your run-of-the-mill on Mill Avenue. Yeah, bro. That's your standard stereo jack. You can tell by the two lines. Those two. The black lines. Those two indicate stereo. And the last two sets of headphones that I had, those two like darker colored headphone headsets, those have the 3 lines. You know? Oh. Yeah, man. Those looked more like this. Whoa. I'm tripping out, dude. You see, this isn't working because this particular variety of stereo or jack right here, this eighth of an inch mini jack, yeah, this particular variety is a little bit different because, for fuck's sake, man, yeah, this one has yellow lines instead of the black lines. Because those other two headphone sets, those headphones, god damn, I'm out of focus. Okay. Those other two, those are, yeah, they got the triple black line. And the reason for the third is because the first two are for stereo, right? You've got your left and your right, left and right. But the third is the control. That's how you get to control the volume. Or wait, the microphone? You know, it's just like a send. It's like another lane on a highway of audio. And yeah, when you got those 3, it really works on a cell phone, on a smartphone, really well. Because you can make phone calls and talk and blah blah with your microphone, you know, now that you got the extra data, you know, pipeline. But the 3 lines on this jack, this yellow one, yeah, obviously it's like a video jack. Totally different from the headphones. Yeah, that one has a 3rd lane and it's for video. It looks a lot alike, but it's a different color. It's yellow, which doesn't match with my chroma key very well. If only I would have been thinking about that, then I wouldn't have had to look through all those headphones, and I could have gone straight to the bright one, which is nice and basic and will keep you from listening to my speakers, because I'm gonna like turn this shit up, but it's gonna be only in my ears, not in my speakers, and not in the microphone. That's for sure. It's the courteous thing to do if you're gonna do this kind of activity and share it, like in a video. It's definitely when you got the speakers and the microphones, it gets a little dicey, to say the least. You might get some feedback, some audio. What? Nobody wants to hear that. That's a risk I'm not willing to take right now. Subjecting you to the audio feedback. Not going to subject you to that bit of pain. Is this thing on? I gotta do a sound test. Make sure. Oh, it's on. Alright. We ready for this or what? It's so bright in here. Up in here, up in here. Going all out and losing my mind all the time, every day. Up in here. Acting a fool all day, every day up in here. I still need a cigarette. When did I say that last? Like an hour ago? I gotta take care of my needs, don't I? Somebody or have somebody take care of them for me. Yeah, that'd be nice. Have my needs what provided for? Provided my provide my needs. Oh, that'd be awesome. Thanks for offering. Yeah, right. Oh, I thought it was down there. I'm overthinking things. I knew I put the tray down here. Hey, yeah, yeah, never mind. The less I focus on, the quicker this will be over. It's only gonna take me like what, 30 seconds? Should we time this? Where's my timer? Do I have a timer? I don't see a timer on here. I could have sworn there was a timer saying I've been recording for so. Okay, there it is. 1 hour, 2 minutes, 30. Go. Stop. That was exactly 30 seconds. Not bad. Yeah, I know it's true. I don't like being rushed. All right? I don't like it. It's enough to make me uh, angry. But that wasn't me being rushed. That was me attempting to do like a speed run. a, a cigarette making speed run. Yeah, that's all. That's way different than being rushed. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope my noise suppression filter. I hope that wasn't too loud. Dude, I'm so sloppy. I don't even have the windscreen on my microphone. Where the fuck did that go, huh? I think I gotta get a new one because this one's developed a tear. It's all ripped. I really liked it though because it's bright orange. You know, I kind of have a thing for the orange. Like, I tend to have orange things around. I don't know why. Probably because I like citrus. It's probably some subconscious behind the wheel manifestation. Yeah, well, whatever the case may be, it's not that easy to find an orange windscreen. At least when you're shopping at the store. I don't know. Maybe I could find one on the internet in 2 seconds. Gee, where on the internet? Would I have to go to eBay or Amazon? I got some pretty good post-traumatic stress with those retailers. I really don't like to go to those websites. If I ever do go to eBay or Amazon, I'm usually sucking it up and being a man about it. Because get real. Everybody's got needs and they got to get their needs. So if you need to get your needs, you're probably going to go to Amazon or eBay to do it. So suck it up. Be a man. Join reality. Yeah, and just do it. Because what are you going to do? Forego your needs? Man, I don't need to go to Amazon or eBay. Thank you very much. I told you I got some fucking post-traumatic stress
from being ripped off a whole lot for hundreds and thousands of dollars. Granted, one of the Amazon things doesn't even involve Amazon. It involves somebody masquerading as being a part of Amazon and ripping people off. So that's like some post traumatic stress that I acquired that isn't even Bezos' fault. Yeah, but I still have it. And I still don't want to go to Amazon.com, even though I've been shopping there for 25 fucking years. Back when all they sold was books? Yeah, that back then. But don't worry, I have other windscreens. I'll probably put a red one on here. I think I got a couple of red ones and a blue one, like a black one, of course. That's like the de facto default standard when it comes to the gear and the tech. Like black is pretty much the go-to color. I think it's just as trivial to make things in white, but white tends to get all scuffed up and nasty looking. Whereas the black, like if you got a black microphone and a black cable, they're gonna look new. They say black don't crack, baby. I guess there's something to that saying, huh? Once you go black, you don't go back. Yeah, man. Once your heart goes black, you're black. There you go. Is this thing still on? Yeah, it's still on. All right. I don't trust anything these days. I don't even trust that my headphones still work. I really don't. It's cool, man. Enough about me. For fuck's sake, please. Let's take a vacation from being me and be the protagonist in whatever title we choose here. Um. Oh shit. Here, I got this. Uh, uh, here we go. Why isn't this in full screen mode? Here, let's put Steam into full screen mode. This is not working for me. It needs to be full screen mode. Oh, I've still got it cropped like a smartphone. That's cute. I like it, but we're missing out. So, as cute as it is being in smartphone mode, I will forego that starting right about now. All right, then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not a 360. This is not a 360 at all. This is a fucking Xbox One controller. This ain't gonna work if you think it's a 360 controller. Oh, maybe. It wasn't working a second ago. Well, whatever it had to do, it figured it out. All right. Oh, this is so fucking lame. Come on, where's an apple? I need an apple. I need an apple. Maybe I can import one into this copy of RetroArch without having to completely download some new. Here, let me see. You know what? I think I'll probably have better results if I just go by what it really is. We got a Commodore. It's a 6502 assembly language running on one of the main retro cores. Yeah. Think, don't think, don't think, don't think. Where were we? All right. Let me try Apple. Oh, this isn't what we want. But maybe it's got a lot of cores listed. Maybe I can find out the name of the one I need. All right. Proto was what I originally used as a core back in the 1990s when I started fucking around with Commodore 64 emulation, playing stuff like Paradroid and you know, like that kind of shit. I had some Commodore 64 nerds in my area of existence. Yeah, like that was a little before my time, but I was checking it out using the Frodo. I assume kids are like that these days. Checking out the NES titles. It's they have some kind of an NES expert in their area of existence where they exist in life on planet Earth. Yeah, that kind of thing. An influencer? Hey man, I'm not gonna influence you to do anything. Look how my life's turned out. I got no advice, no influence. Alright? I don't really think I've done a lot of bad things. I think a lot of people have made the exact same decisions I've made, but shit worked out a little different for them, probably. Not in every regard, though. Yeah. It's a coin toss, kid. It's a coin toss. You could either be influenced by somebody saying this is the greatest game ever to exist, or you could just go play it for yourself. Me, I'm just revisiting a few titles, if I can, with this here Apple II themed stream. If we can get this started. I'm about ready to just download a dedicated emulator. I think I will. Fuck it. This has gotten to be ridiculous. I like using RetroArch for everything. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But like I say, it's a little ridiculous at this point. Just trying to play a couple of simple ROMs here. It's no big deal. Um, oh shit. Yeah, this is an old system. I don't think I have anything for FTP. I kind of need that. You know what? Maybe it's available via HTTP. Maybe. I've been going to this site since the 90s too, as well. Yeah, this Asimov's old school, yo. Represent and shit. um, Look, I'm just looking for some ROMs, man. I need like a version 1, a version 3. I know a lot of people go straight to the version 3 ROM, but my Apple IIgs, it was a version 1 on the board. You know, I could have replaced the motherboard. That's what you had to do to get the new ROM. The version 3 2GS, that required an entire motherboard upgrade. I mean, there was no firmware, there was no flashable ROM upgrade. It was the flashable ROM was flashable in the form of your motherboard needed to be flashed out of your box. Your plastic computer box that said Apple IIgs on the outside. Yeah, it needed to be flashed of its motherboard. That's what's up. Just saying. It's no big deal. There's no lesson to be learned the hard way there. It's merely efficiency and progress, basically. No joke there. Fuck, man. Where am I supposed to look for this file? I forget. $68K? What's this? What is this? Somebody tell me what this is. And you know what? It's an Apple. It's a Mac. It's not 6502. 68K won't help me at all, really. I mean, what am I gonna do? Emulate an Apple II inside of an emulated 68K? Like, are we doing nested emulation? We could. I mean, my Apple II GS had a 3 megahertz processor, so to emulate that on today's machines is quite trivial. But it just sounds a little too complicated to set that up right now. Nested emulators? Fuck that. Just trying to play around. Yeah. Let's try and... Let's try. I think I can. Fucking God, man. If I don't find it right here, right now. The one file that I need. I don't want to have to try 99 problems and a mom ain't one. I swear to God, man. I don't need that. Yeah, I'll take ROM 1 and ROM 3. Awesome. Glad I can read. That wasn't exactly the first thing at the top of the page, was it? Is it open? What's going on? Am I in a handbasket? I wonder if we can do this trick and spin it. You know, I really like having what? I really like this game. It's not that bad. It's alright. No, I really like having the Steam input because that is a huge convenience for most regards. So I'm gonna try to import kegs into Steam to hopefully achieve the Steam input thingamabob. Um, whoa. Did that work? Is it that easy? No. Alright. It's, I forget, you know. I'd like it if everything was super easy. Had a nice hard life. A nice super easy time would be pretty nice at this point. It's all good. No, 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 no. Come on now. This is simple. Yeah, this one. Gonna do-si-do here. Oops. I don't know if this is gonna make a difference. Let me get the ROMs. Get the ROMs! Get the ROMs out. I remember I was like, why do I need the version 3 ROM so badly? Back with my Apple II, because I heard that it was $100 to get the new motherboard that had the version 3 ROM. And I was like, okay, what does that do? Because I currently need $100 to get a modem in order to dial out to other systems. So if you're telling me that I should get a motherboard instead of a modem, you're gonna have to really convince me. Because I really need a modem. Motherfucker. Like, oh, a newer ROM. Yeah, you know what? Newer doesn't mean shit to me. Okay. Never did, never, still don't. Newer means new headaches. That's what new means. New headaches. Seriously. Didn't even have to learn that one the hard way. That's sick, dude. Oops. Can I use my buttons yet? That's far out, dude. Dude, my left channel and my right channel are totally, like... It's pretty sick. Oh, yeah. I'm totally confused, man. Now I'm not. What were we talking about earlier? Kicks? Kicks versus clicks? Yeah. Oh boy. I could use a fun time. I could.
Let me try the joystick now. Okay, what? Move it to the top left. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working out. I probably am gonna use the number pad, huh? I think maybe. Yeah, number pad. Oh well. I could map my freaking. Ah, I don't feel like doing nothing, man. Try. Whoa! Wah, wah. Oh, I did it. Oh, shit. I got this, man. Game was a pretty big deal back in the day. It was on the Game Boy and everything. That was a nice one. I know there's better games these days, like Cubics. Cubics is way more intense. But you know, I'm just like trying to catch up on what I missed out on, really. I wanted a copy of the 2GS Quicks or Kicks, however you say, but I never had it. So whoa! Whoa! Oh! Do I win yet? I guess I do. Pretty good translation. It translates well to the Apple II. I missed out. Oh well. Now I know. I need a cigarette. Yeah, the soundtrack, that was a cute little opening graphic. You know, know what I mean? The what was that? An auto mechanic? He was wearing a jumpsuit, dude. That must be an auto mechanic. Because who else wears a jumpsuit like that? He had that big old beard. Looked like a fucking caveman, Neanderthal. Looked like an animal man. Just saying. It does. It didn't look civilized at all. Yeah, I guess it's not very fair, huh? Look, man, if you're lost out in the wilderness and you grow a fucking thick ass mega beard, you know, I can't blame you because, like, a razor is pretty tough to find out in the motherfucking wilderness. You know? What? If you're like. Is it part of the Muslim religion to have a beard? I don't even know. Like, is it a requirement? Like, I know you're not allowed to do a lot of things. So maybe there's a few requirements. It's kind of like the Mormon, the Christian one, where like you can't even drink coffee
You're not allowed to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, or drink coffee or caffeinated beverages, right? You gotta keep yourself pure. So, okay. That's like... And what about the beard? I don't know, man. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask Google. I don't fucking know. As far as I know, it is a requirement. Because I don't... I've had Arab American friends, like my drummer, he was like part Arab. But like... We used to call him a sand nigger, remember? I told you about that joke. It's like... He'd be like, haha, yeah, and then he'd be like, I am a sand nigger. Yeah. Good times. I miss that kid. He got me. Nobody gets me anymore. It's cool, man. I don't need to be got, but I do kind of miss that kid. Hold up a sec. I gotta put a little bit more. I gotta turn the knob on this dial a little bit more. All right. Hey, look, there's some Muslim beards. I type in Muslim beard, and that's what I get. It's a white kid with a beard. Hey, white kids can be Muslims, sure. Just about anybody can be. I'm just wondering though, did Muhammad have a beard? Is that why everybody wants to? What would Jesus do? He'd grow a beard. What would Muhammad do? He'd grow a beard. That's for sure. These religious fucks. I'm so sick of everyone. They never help me. I don't need religion to get through my suffering. When people die and go into the so-called afterlife that I don't believe in at all, I don't need your fucking religion. But I hate to be ignorant. So, okay, the BBC. It looks like the BBC has asked this question already for me. It says, are beards obligatory for devout men? They prefer closely cropped beards of the Shia Islam variety. Well, is that so? Yeah, it's honestly like 2 or 3 days ago. Really? That's awfully particular. That's awfully specific. That's like that sounds like more hassle than wearing a mohawk hairdo. To only shave, like how do you acquire a 3-day growth and keep it that way? It's like once you got 3-day growth, you shave it off, you gotta wait another 3 days till it's like that. Right? But once you get to 7 days, it's gonna be way too thick. You're gonna have to trim it, but you can't trim a 7-day growth into 3 days worth of... That's fucking impossible. I mean, even with an electric razor, I suppose maybe if you had the right guard on the thing, like the right guard on your electric razor. Wait, how old is this religion? They didn't have electric razors back then, did they? What the fuck are these people on about? Why are they so stupid? Anybody. Why do people with beards have beards? Why are they so stupid? Don't they realize the razor is a gift from God? The razor blade. It's like you can use it to chop up drugs. You can shave your face. You can shave your legs. It's a gift from God. What are you growing hair for? What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking retards? I bet you got a hairy asshole too. Why don't you take your hairy asshole hair and shove it up your ass? How does that sound? That's hilarious. I've never said that before. I like that. You know they do, right? You know, if they got like a fucking bunch of hair all over wherever, you know they probably got a hairy ass. They don't shave their ass, not their cheeks or the inside of the cheeks. You know they got a hairy asshole. They might as well shove the hair up their ass, 'cause it's so close. Take your hair and shove it up your ass, you hairy monkey of a human being. Yeah, right? That's hilarious. Yeah, man, the razor blade is a gift from God. Praise God for the razor blade. It can chop up your drugs, and you can get rid of your unsightly and bothersome body hair. Whether it's on up here, down there. Yeah, thank you, God, for the razor blade. Yeah, it's a tradition used by the Prophet Muhammad, growing long beards. You know, that's cool, man. That's basically the answer to my question. So it is a religious thing, basically. It is basically like a requirement, like a rite of passage. No, a bar mitzvah is a rite of passage. A beard is just something that happens when you don't have a razor blade handy. I can understand back when my country, the United States of America, had a lot of xenophobia with regards to the Arab. Not, you know what? It affected the Arab Americans as well. So people like my drummer. And I can understand why sympathetic people might grow beards to throw people off. It's like, oh, you're gonna just think anybody with a beard is a Muslim, huh? Yeah, well, I'll throw you off. I'll grow a beard. Ha ha ha. And that's cute, and that's clever, and that's sympathetic. Granted, I've never been able to grow a thick beard. I got kind of a white trash, kind of like Joe Dirt. I grow like a Joe Dirt beard. Granted, when they kicked me off my fucking fentanyl patches, that's when I really started to grow it in just about everywhere. That's also when I went completely bald up there. There's no reason to really kick me off of fentanyl. I didn't abuse it. I never overdosed. It's just I live with idiots. My planet is filled with fucking inconsiderate idiots that look stupid, that have stupid fashion sense, that don't even know how to groom themselves properly. And I am subject to their bad decisions. So, fuck me. Yeah, fuck you. Take your hairy asshole and shove your ass hair up your ass. That's what I say. Ah, that felt nice. What else can we do? I got some pretty good titles on here. I really do. I live with so many morons, and their decisions affect me on such a personal level. I'll bet if I had more privilege, I could have saved my gecko. I'll bet I could have found a microsurgeon. I could have gone to the University of Davis, California, where I've been plenty of times, where I performed on the chicken years with Mick Mucus. They have a fantastic microsurgery department. I think they have a good one, like, where else? I can't remember. I think it might be Purdue.
Was it pretty? Oh shit, man. Maybe I could have gone to this place. What the fuck? Why didn't this show up in my search results sooner? You know what? I'm not gonna freak out. Because I know that arthroscopic techniques can only be applied to like bones and things like that. Arthroscopic surgical techniques don't really apply to things like tumors or you know, organs. It's more like bones when you deal. That's why it's called arthroscopy, is because arth is a word in, I think, in Latin that pertains to the bones. You know, I'm not quite sure what the Latin word is for organs. You know, that might be called blah 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 scopy. But but I don't want to look at this. It's too late. That's what I'm saying. If I had a little more privilege, my loved one wouldn't be dead right now. My beloved gecko. And I blame all you bearded, hairy asshole motherfuckers for my shitty life. Because you don't do anything to change things. So I hate you all. I really do. Because I can't hate myself. I'd commit suicide right now if I took all the blame. You know how many loved ones I've had die on me over the years? In 2023 alone? I blame you all for my suffering and for my loss. It's your fucking fault. You don't improve anything. I try to talk about world peace as much as I fucking can. For what? For you? No! For me! That's why I have a selfish desire for world peace. There's nothing noble or there's nothing altruistic about it. I need world peace. I need everyone to get along and work together like a happy family so we can focus on problems like lasers focusing between the eyes. I need my problems to go away. And if we separate ourselves, you're never going to help me. And world unity is about the only thing that would really enable what I'm talking about. I can't go on much longer like this. I gotta get some help. In a lot of different ways. What do you think? I'm just talking about the fentanyl? That's just one aspect that enables me to perform. Oh. I can't. I hate, it hurts to think. I'm thinking, what if I would have been on fentanyl? And what if I would have found that Saguaro veterinary clinic that does the microsurgery? And what if my friend wasn't dead? What if everything hadn't been this way? What if? But it's out of my control. It isn't like I can go out and buy a fucking fentanyl patch. And even if I could, that's a heavy crime and I could get put away. And then how much good am I going to be to my friend? You know, my singer, his grandparents died
while he was in prison. Talk about a helpless feeling, huh? Malacorp Saiba, my singer, his grandparents died while he was locked up in the joint. So, I might as well have been locked up because without fentanyl, without some kind of heavy painkiller, I am completely shackled by my pain. I got pretty bad injuries. What if? No. Hey everybody, I'm JJ, the producer of video games and more, owner of Bright Idea Records, here on the ZTARules stream on twitch.tv and the JJStylesRocks channel on youtube.com. Man, it's really cold outside. It feels nice in here in my studio. I sure am glad I'm not homeless, because I may live in the desert where it's 100 and something degrees in the summer, but it's so cold out there right now, I'm basically ready to shiver. But no, I'm not, because I got on this nice little thermal thing. Nice traditional tighty-whitey kind of underwear of a thermal variety. And I got a stupid beard on my face, making me itch like crazy. I've been meaning to shave it off.
I have, but I've also been meaning to shower for like the past week. I've been pretty depressed. And today my gecko died. My 18-year-old gecko. Actually, it's after midnight, so I guess yesterday, on the 8th, he died. And I can't deal with it right now. He's in my freezer because when I got the news of his passing, it was kind of hard to take because I'd been working really hard here in the studio yesterday. I'd been working really hard moving boxes and shuffling things around, trying to make space, because back around May 4th, my camera guy, he had a birthday, and it was like, we were gonna have a good time, we were gonna go to round one, like, I can't remember how I was gonna get there, because I didn't have my car running, I don't think, at that point, but, we had something figured out. Anyways, for whatever reason, on May 3rd, I was drinking, I think it might have been rum chata, the limon variety. I think I was doing the buttermilk ZTAs. I could be wrong, but I could be right. It's not so much about what I was drinking, it's just the way I was drinking. For whatever reason, I just drank and drank and drank till I blacked out, and I trashed the place. Like, remarkably. I remarkably trashed the place. Like there was no scent. Like everything that's normally on my shelves was on the floor. And at one point in the blackout, I remember waking up on top of the pile. And I said, ow, my back. I've got a controller. I've got a tripod stabbing me in the back. I got something. Oh, I gotta move. Oh, how did I end up here? It looks like I'm laying in the middle of a landfill. And I've been recovering from that bad decision ever since. Granted, it doesn't even feel like a decision. It kind of felt like it had to happen. I don't normally drink like that. I felt bad about fucking up my camera guy, my director's birthday. But, I can't, let's just say I hope 2023 was a bad year all around. And it don't even get me fucking started. So hopefully 2024 will be better. Like cumulatively. Hopefully my amount of good hours outweighs my amount of bad hours. Like, let me see, 24 hours times 365 days equals what? Yeah, hopefully my good hours outweigh my bad hours. My good minutes, my good seconds. Look, man, I'm not that micro, okay? My life goes by in hour chunks. And the hours fly by really quick. Like the grains of sand in the hourglass. Yeah, each grain is an hour to me. That's how my life feels. And in one area, in another area, it feels totally fucking... How many regrets can one person rack up in a lifetime, right? With regards to things they can't even control? Yeah, to what level of control do you speak of? It's all basically controllable. If you got the right freaking tools, if you got the right, advantage, if you've got the leverage, the upper hand, it's all basically controllable. And if you say, oh, well, I don't have the upper hand, well, why didn't you take it? Were you ready to live with this regret? If you would have known the hard way, what it's like to live with regret, you would have taken it. You would have seized the opportunity. Instead of being chicken shit and trying to play by the rules. Yeah. Does Darth Vader play by the rules when he uses his Jedi mind trick power to grab you by the throat from across the room? When you've got a loved one dying, and the only way to save them is by grabbing someone by the throat and saying, do a procedure right now, Dr. House. Well, I guess you better use your Jedi skills or live with regret, one or the other. There's a lot of ways of coping with things like loss. Some people use religion and they say, oh, they're in the afterlife, they're in heaven. Or maybe they're in hell. Yeah, okay, what is that supposed to do for my pain of loss? Okay, other people, well, I guess they're in a better place now, wherever that might be. So you think rotting in the ground with worms eating your corpse is a better place, huh? Maybe it is. You know, that's not any kind of solution. I can't name one single religion that could provide me with solace. I'm far too scientifically minded for that. And I've heard about some pretty far out religions, man. You know, stuff like what? Hare Krishnaism, Ekankar, Buddhism, hell, Satanism? You know what? That's still way too, like, what's the, I don't want to say traditional, but let's just say, I think it has the word Adonic or Onic. That's way too matic. The whole Christian thing, the whole satanic thing couldn't exist without the whole Christian thing. So that's why Satanism is stupid. It's far too dependent on Christianity to even exist on its own. It's not even a real religion. It's basically like a teenager that's rebelling against their parents, saying I'm this way because you're that way, and they invent their own bullshit lifestyle just by being the opposite of what their parents are. Yeah. I mean, it works. That's awfully sad. If your parents brought you into this world with love and all you have is hate for them, well, I guess they must be pretty fucked up the ass and stupid to twist you up that much, kid. Sorry to hear about it. But, you know, there's a point where you gotta stop reacting and just try to go back to your scientific method, man. Because it's difficult not... If you're in a... If planet Earth is a pinball machine, and you are the protagonist, you are the pinball, well, it's pretty difficult not to get flipped around by the flippers, isn't it? Who and what are the flippers? I don't know, but they sure as fuck ain't me. I'm the pinball, remember? And so are you, kid. But the pinball, on some level, does have some control over itself. Does it not? Does it not? It's like you may have a mastery of physics, and you may understand the rotation. You may understand the acceleration. Hell, man. You might even understand the momentum. How's about the steepness? The depth of it all? You may understand everything completely. Way better than everybody else. But still, there will be those moments where you kick yourself and go, fuck! My experiment didn't turn out the way I predicted. What is this anomaly? And that's a good question. You should ask yourself that. Now that's the kind of thing to start a religion over, huh? If you were so inclined to even do something that stupid. Makes a lot of sense to start a religion if you're living one step above a Neanderthal, like an Australopithecus. If you're living like a savage cave person, clubbing your next meal to death, as opposed to getting it from a vending machine, well, it certainly makes sense to start a religion then, doesn't it? To band like-minded people together and talk about the lessons of life and how you've learned them the hard way. And talk about fanciful things like, you know, the ones that came before and what exists after. As if we could begin to presume such things. As if we could presume back then. Oh, but JJ, these were special people. Yeah, I'll bet they were. Just as special as I am, huh? I'm pretty special. I'm a short bus rider, man. I'm pretty fucking special. Oh, but are you a prophet? Dude, I read cyberpunk science fiction. Yes, I am a prophet. Everything I read about and talked about has come true. Like, think about all the... Man, give me a break. Give me a break, you assholes. Give me a fucking break. Just give me some world peace. Once and for all. No looking back, no turning back. Just give me some fucking world peace. Before the day I die. You motherfuckers. You don't even get it. You don't even understand. We can get world peace and then lose it. But at least we had it. It's kind of like love lost. 'Tis better to have lost and loved than never loved at all. Yeah, how's about 'tis better to have had world peace and lost it than to have never had world peace at all? You ever thought about that? Probably not even going to see it in my lifetime. It seems to be within our grasp. With the power of the internet and our ability to communicate all over the world instantaneously like I'm doing right fucking now. It seems like we could all unite and force world peace. Now! Force it! Violently! In our hearts. Not with actual violence. But with the feeling of I'm gonna fucking lose it, man. I'm gonna go postal if we don't get world peace right fucking now. If you could take to the internet and do that all at once, you'd probably have it. I can't predict the outcome, but I think people, they talk about democracy. They talk about it. They talk about it. What is it? It's majority rule. The majority rules, not the Avenger rules, and world peace rules. That's it. It's simple. It's really fucking simple. Don't you get it? Or are you too stuck in your bullshit? You want to hear about some bullshit to be stuck in? I could sit here crying for a few more hours, man. I got a lot to cry about, especially because of the year 2023. Thanks a lot. Do I blame the year, or do I blame you? Who do I blame for my shitty year? I blame you. Because you don't support world peace now. blame you. And I hate you. I'll still strive for world peace. But man, you make it hard. When I'd like to see all 6 billion, 7 billion, how many billion are we up to? Let's just gas them all. Let's put them in a chamber and gas every last one of them and they're fucking kids. Fuck them. They've done nothing to save my loved ones. We have technological breakthroughs and miracles all the time. And they're not miracles. You know what a miracle is? A miracle is when something that can't happen happens. That's a miracle. World peace now would be a miracle. Oh yeah, it would be. You don't even get it. Or maybe you do, I don't know. I'm not receptive enough to find out right now because I'm so vulnerable. Getting angry is about the only thing to keep me from crying right now. I can actually smell and taste things again because my nose isn't filled with the snot and my eyes aren't blurred from the tears and the getting angry is just about the only thing to keep me from this being sad for the rest of my life. Because I've had it hard. Harder than anyone? Is there anyone that lives a painless life? Tell me so. Let's watch that video. I like that one. I got a good fan that did me a favor. I'm gonna capitalize. On the one person that gets me. There's probably more than just one. I'll try not to get too embarrassed. I know I was singing pretty off key. Oh man. I really need this. It's tough enough to lose somebody. If you pity them, too. Oh man, I need some sound reasoning here. I need some good logic. Because, man, what the fuck? Oh, I always forget to put the rules part. Oh, silly me. Yeah, it's cool. Here. I'll shrink up. I just gotta take a chill pill. Yeah. We are fundraising. You saw, I donated $10 the other day. It was no big deal at all. It was easy. It was fucking easy. It was no big deal. I'd do it again if I had the dough. Oh, man. It's okay. Oh, wait a minute. I need to look at my clips. See, that's the thing that trips me up. Is when Twitch thinks I'm like live or whatever, it doesn't let me review the clips. I guess you can't review a subscriber's clips. I gotta go into video manager mode, you see, and like I gotta log in to do that. Yeah. Here, you're gonna know how many characters my password is, I guess. Or are you? Oh, can you hear the taps? Can you? Well, it doesn't matter. Just because you're vulnerable doesn't mean you should give up good security practice. You should try to stay strong, even when you're at your most vulnerable. It's we all depend on you. Everyone depends on me. Being vigilant, like maintaining security in the face of disaster. That's exactly what humans are supposed to do to preserve humanity. Okay, I don't know if you'll preserve humanity because humanity takes a lot more than just humans. Humanity takes being decent to humans. So you're not protecting humanity, but you're protecting humans when you use good security. That's sure. That's certain. That's no lie. Yeah, protecting humanity. That's like being humane to your other humans. That takes a little more of effort than just like good security practice. Where's my phone? Anybody seen my phone? Oh, it's on my belt. Okay. I'm in pretty rough shape. I haven't even had a drink of my super stiff ZTA cocktail. Like, I'll bet that thing is so stiff, it's gonna make me want to cry. Oh, nice. Oh shit, dude. I think that's like a 10 shot deep ZTA. Granted, it's watered down with the ice a little bit. Oh man, that's heavy duty. That's got to be the stiffest ZTA I've ever made. Where did they send the code to? Oh, I think I know. I think I got these. I think they're sending it to my Yahoo account. You know how many years I've been using that fucking website? What was the two guys? Wasn't one named like Yang, like Jerry Yang, or like there was like a white dude and like there was like an American dude and there's like an Asian American dude, like, and then there was like a big bubble and then like but it's still around. I don't know, something like that. All right, hurry up. Get me logged in already. Oh shit. I don't know if I have. Oh wait, do I use my save password for? Yeah, please. Oh, that's not the right one. For fuck's sake, man. It's ridiculous. The hoops I gotta jump through to get access to some simple shit. Here. I don't know. It's just like. I guess I'm okay. I wanted to use this video, this clip that a fan made. I wanted to use it for strength. I guess I did. I guess you can look it up. And I guess that's that. What other titles do we have in mind? Pray tell. Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, that would be the 8. And that would be the 2. And that would be the 4. And that would be the 6. Yeah. It'd be nice if I could assign the angles. Like, the 7, 9, 1, and 3. Can we do that? Let me guess. You want me to hit the 4 and the 8 together? If I want to go to the upper left, which would be a 7. That's not fair. That's twice. I'll do it. But that's twice as much work. It's like my whole fucking life, basically. Maybe we can still work this to our advantage. Maybe. What's with the up, down, left, right? I gotta do the angles. Come on, man. You know what? I guess maybe the computer can, like, compensate. Maybe it can. Maybe I don't have to worry about the 7 key. Because maybe it will combine the 4 and the 8 for me. I can only trust and hope. Because I can't do any more effort. This is it. That's all I got. Alright then. It's like all my best. I've done my best. You do the rest. I gotta turn my speakers back on too. I got that, energy saver thing with my sound bar. I gotta finish soldering my speakers to fix the bows here. They don't go to sleep. Those power on and stay on, but I gotta finish soldering the speaker. I did some pretty amazing soldering over the past couple days. But I should have been spending time with my gecko. When I was doing that amazing soldering over the past couple days, I really should have been with my gecko. I just didn't know he was on his deathbed. He's been looking rough for months. Hell, man, maybe I could say a year. I remember emailing with Paul. Paul was that the French filmmaker. I don't even know if he made that Zot the Avenger documentary yet, but man, I was talking about my sick gecko with him, and that's been a minute. I just commented yesterday when I was cleaning. I commented to myself. I said, my gecko, he's so strong. He's being strong for me. I'm gonna find a way to get him some microsurgery. I'm gonna do it. But all this time that he's suffering, I feel so horrible. He's being strong for me, staying alive. Oh, man. Why did I say that today? Why didn't I say it like... Oh, man. It's gotta be fate, right, guys? It's fucking fate. That's why I can't feel too bad about it. Because it's fate, right? So it's gotta be. It's gotta be. There's no lesson to be learned if it's not fate. I think I have faith in fate. I'm fatal, man. I'm totally deadly. I'm a fatalist. The deadliest fatalist ever, right? Whatever, man. I hate death. I hate it. With a passion. Probably more than anything. What how do you hate what's worse than death? Like, seriously, man. Like, it makes sense to fight against cancer, because cancer kills, so therefore, yeah, it makes sense. Like, what could you hate more than death? It's totally not fair. It's totally not equal. Death is some bullshit. Total bullshit. It's gotta be fate. Is this thing working? Did I launch it right? Did I launch it from Steam or did I double click it? I can't even remember. Sure doesn't seem like my controller's acting like a numpad. All good. That's what it should say. Seriously, that's all good. Alright, let's try again. This time I'll actually start the game session. Alright. Come on, man. Don't rip me off. Oh my god. I know this works, 'cause look, I'm gonna do 4 and 8 and hit the 0 key. Move to the bottom right corner. That'll be the 2 and the 6 key. And press the button. So... Oh, I should have done practice. Oh well. So let's go diagonal. This game doesn't even have diagonal, man. Doesn't even have diagonal. Why would I be worried? Why am I concerned about diagonal when this title doesn't even have diagonal? You can't make a diagonal line below. Why am I even worried about such a thing? I guess I'm just too accustomed to thinking the way I think. It's stupid. I gotta take everything into consideration, don't I? Oh no, the quick spar got me. Ah! I was trying to move. I was paralyzed with fear. Okay. Am I supposed to type in... Okay. Whatever. I don't like that word. But I do like this game. Excuse me. I gotta start over. It's kind of how this machine works, I suppose. Sure hope this loads. I wonder what do you think's up with my controller? Oh wow. This is all right channel. Where's my left channel? It's kind of weird. Alright. Well, whatever. Yeah. Got a slow skater here, nice and casual. I haven't played this game in forever, dude. Oh my god. Like 30 years? Seriously. Wonder what's causing that. Maybe that's just like... That's weird. Isn't that weird? It's like I'm meeting some resistance here. Huh. I'm meeting some resistance. Ooh. Decisions. I think we all know which one I'm gonna pick. Don't we? Wait, what button was that? Oh, I see. They want me to put the joystick in that direction, I think. Or wait. There, you know it. Why wouldn't I pick that one? It's the root of all my fucking suffering, practically. Alright, now what? How did I ever play this? What the fuck am I doing? There is no player 2. I am player 2. Okay. He's out again. Oh, you want me to pick a different one, do you? Well, you know, the other one I'm gonna pick, it's obvious. I'm gonna pick the purple one. What's more Zot than that? Oh my god! I was trying to pick the purple one. Go figure. Dude, get me out of here! Man, this is all fucked up, man. My Steam input isn't helping. It's actually fucking me up. What did I do wrong? That guy's a Marine? Is that guy just getting the tattoo to, like, throw me off? Because that would be a funny thing to do. That's totally punk rock. I could believe either or. That dude's a Marine, or that he got the tattoo just to fake me out. Like, that's totally punk rock to be all ambiguous like that. That's extremely punk rock. So that way you can't make a definite decision about anything based upon your prejudices and judgments. Yeah, it's about as punk rock as it gets. Confuse them till they don't know what to do. Oh, man, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. My hip hurts. I gotta do drugs. Gotta go.